Good morning. Okay, lesson one, day one. So over the next 6 weeks, we're going to work on your mobility and your functional movements and just try and get it so that you're moving the way that you should be, okay? And then we have many options that we can take you further than that. So 15 minutes a day is all we ask for the first 6 weeks, 5 days a week. The way that it'll break down is that Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, we work on functional movements. And on Tuesday and Thursdays, we work on the flexibility and just increasing your range of movements. Okay, so we're using a very, very simple base, but how it's applied is individual to you. And I'll show you how to choose which versions of the exercises you need over the next 6 weeks. It's a supported group, so it's not just follow along and ignore everything. It's follow along mindfully and come back to me where the issues are, and we'll take those issues on one at a time. If at any point during the next 6 weeks, you prefer a little bit more personal touch, just come down here. So you just ask, do you come down here at 9:30 Monday to Fridays? And this is what we're doing. It continues on for a little while after the camera goes off, and that's the end of it. So again, we'll try and assess you. How is your functional movements happening? What's going on in your body, and what can we do to improve that? So without further ado, we're going to get stuck in straight away. So the first thing that we're going to do is we're going to have a look at our posture. We're just going to correct our posture, and hopefully the mindset follows that, right? So I don't want to be slouched here like this. I want to lift my chin. And what I want you to do is imagine there's a rope from the top of your head down to your tailbone. Something grabs that rope, just pulls it up, right? So the spine aligns nicely, okay? From there, I want the shoulders to fall down and back, okay? So I don't want your shoulders here. I want them here like this, all right? From this position, I look slightly up, right? So my attitude is slightly higher than my current status as opposed to having my attitude down here. Okay, so my attitude is here. And this is my sort of base position. This is my grounding position. I'm here like so. Okay, everything nice and relaxed. Everything nice and easy. All right. So we're going to go through now. We're going to do a body scan. So we're going to work through each joint in the body. We're going to assess movement in that joint and what we need to do to improve, or where our ranges are. If there's any pain at any point throughout the next 6 weeks, if I say, right, bring your arm here and it hurts, do not do that. Contact me, inform me, and we'll modify to decrease that. Okay. So first thing we do is our posture. Once we have our posture, we start with our breath. So I inhale, fill my belly up with air, let the shoulders really draw back, and I'm going to exhale, empty my belly, and bring the backs of my hands together around the front, as close as you can. If they don't touch together, don't worry about it. Just aim for it, okay? So I inhale, exhale, in through the nose. Really fill it up, out through the mouth. Really empty it. One more. And out through the mouth. Lovely. Body scan. Neck first. Look left and look right. Shake your head no. Okay? Left and right, left and right. Okay, then up and down, up and down. So we're looking for a complete range of pain-free motion, or a pain-free complete range of motion, whatever way you'd like to phrase that. So the neck goes side to side, it goes forward and back, and it can roll. So I'm going to go ear to my shoulder, chin to my chest, ear to my shoulder, chin to my chest. I'm just going to roll forwards, okay? We don't roll back, right? Just roll forwards. And the next thing I'm going to do now, I'm going to roll to the side. So I'm going to put my chin on my chest, so I'm looking to the side. Then I'm going to go chin to my chest, chin to my shoulder. Just realized I said that wrong a second ago. I apologize. Chin to my chest, chin to my shoulder. Just roll ahead. Okay, lovely. So we're going to repeat this pattern all the time, just to get you used to it, this body scan. So that's the neck done now. So now the shoulder, 2 joints, ball and socket joint, which allows this action, and a gliding joint, the scapula, which allows this action. So we're going to do the ball and socket first. So we're going to roll here. Now, some people, they can't go higher than this, and that's okay. We'll work on that, right? You need to tell me though. Okay, I can't read your mind, so you got to tell me what's going on with you. All right. Okay, one thing at a time. So arm circles back and forward again. Okay, so remember, body scan, we're assessing the body all the time. Now this warm up that I'm doing a lot of waffle on at the moment, I'll waffle less and it will become shorter and we'll get it more compacted as we go along. But for now, I need to waffle a lot just to make sure you're absolutely clear. Because the idea is that I'll train you in such a way that you don't need me after a while, okay? So I'm gonna open and close now. So when I close, my palms are out, my thumbs are down. When I open, my thumbs are back and my palms are up, okay? So I'm gonna close, open, close, open, close, open, close, open, okay? Keep that going. No pain, gentle, easy movements, nothing crazy, just getting loosened up. Lovely, okay? So that's the shoulders, all right? So now we have a look at the elbows. So I'm just gonna roll like so, like I'm pulling in a rope reel, or we're gonna change direction. Now, if you imagine a boxer, you see a boxer on a speed bag, that's the action, okay? So we're just trying to roll the elbow, all right? Just trying to roll the elbow. Lovely. So now we go to the wrists. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm just going to put my hands out like this, hands up, like stop, or I'm pushing something. I'm going to go my hands in a circle and back. So just rolling my wrists. Now I go back the other way. Okay. Now I'm going to interlock my fingers and I'm going to do exactly the same thing. I'm going to roll my wrists. All right. So just rolling and then back the other way. Okay. Now let's look at the fingers. So all I'm going to do now is I'm going to grip and I'm going to rip. So grip and rip, rip and rip. Lovely. So we have scanned our neck, assessed the ranges of motion and any pain. Same in the shoulder, same in the elbow, same in the wrist, same in the fingers. Okay. So let's move into the spine now. 3 ways with the spine. So I got forward and back. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to repeat the breath exercise. I'm going to inhale. But instead of bringing my hands this way, I'm going to bring my hands up like this. I'm going to drive my hips forwards. And I'm going to reach back like so. That's my inhale position. Now for my exhale, I'm going to do 3 exhales. I'm going to reach down to the floor in front of my feet. Then I'm going to reach down to the floor between my feet. Then I'm going to reach down to the floor behind my feet. If you can't reach the floor, don't worry about it. It's just going as far as you can. We all have unique ranges of motion. I just want to adapt yours as best I can to improve your functional movement, improve your quality of life in doing so. So I'm going to inhale, driving the hips forward, reaching up, exhale, front, middle, and back. So okay, now with all of this stuff, with everything you're going to do with me, I don't want you going hell for leather early on. We're going to be very gentle in our approach and we're going to keep stepping it up. And don't worry, in a couple of weeks, you'll be going pretty hard, okay? But you've just got to go nice and easy and build. If you go in too heavy and too hard into an exercise routine and I'll do everything all at once, it's going to suck, right? You're going to hurt yourself. So that is stuff that you do later on. We need to build a very, very solid and mindful base. And that's what we're looking to do. We need to acknowledge that, yeah, I'm not 18 anymore and that shoulder does not work the way that it used to. And this knee's gone and blah, blah, blah. You need to acknowledge those things and work carefully through them, okay? You can't correct 50 years of bad habits in a week or 2. Okay, it's not going to work like that. You've got to be very, very careful and gentle and slow. And that approach does work and can utterly change your life. Take it from me, I've done it. Okay, now, this time I want to go side bends. So this hand is going to reach down and try and reach my ankle here. I'm not leaning forwards, okay, to the side, okay? This hand is going to come over the top and I'm going to turn, so my thumb is forward and my palm is up. Now, they both go at the same time. So this hand is trying to reach this wall over here. This hand is trying to reach the floor, and this hip is going to go in the opposite direction. So I'm here, now I turn over to here. So I go right side, left side, okay? 1, 2, 1, 2. Okay, so that's my side bends. And the third way with the spine is our twists. So I put my left hand out and I put my eyes on my hand. My left hand goes as far to the left as I possibly can without moving my feet. Now the hand can't go any further, but my head can. So I turn my head. Now my head can't go any further, but my eyes can. And when I try and look further, there's a little bit more rotation in the body. So let's start that again. Left hand out in front. Keep your eyes on your left hand, bring it as far to the right as you can. Then turn your head and then turn your eyes. And then switch to the other side, the same thing. So 1 and 2. Again, nothing beyond your range of motion, okay? You've got to be gentle and respectful of your body and its current limitations. And we'll expand your movements as you go along. In doing so, we'll reduce your limitations. Okay, so that's our spine. So now hands on the hips, hip circles, 1, 2, 3, and then changing direction. Lovely, and then we're going to put our feet together. We're going to do our knee circles, and then we're going to change the direction. Fantastic. Now we're going to look at our ankles and feet. So from here, standing on my left foot, so right foot, toes down, toes back, foot back. Repeat that action 3 times. Rotate in a circle one way, and then in a circle the other way. And repeat exactly the same thing with your left foot, toes down, toes back, foot back. Repeat that 3 times. Circle one way, and circle the other way. Okay, so that's our body scan. That is a 2 to 3 minute exercise that I've waffled at and made it to a 12-minute exercise. So the next thing then we're going to have a look at is just our mindful step. So I'm going to lift up my right foot, okay, with nice posture. I'm going to bend my left knee just a few times, just to train the leg to adapt a little bit. Then I'm going to extend the leg, and very tentatively going to touch the floor with my heel. Now I'm going to transfer the weight across. So now all my weight is in my right leg. Lift up my left leg. Bend the supporting knee a few times. Extending the left leg. Heel finds the floor. Very tentatively touch the floor. And then transfer our weight across. Okay? So tomorrow we'll go through that exact same routine. We'll just do it a bit shorter. And then we'll add in some exercises. And that's the process that we're going to use from now on. So that is going to be our start of every single routine. As I say, 2 to 3 minutes. Then we get into the body of the exercise section. Okay? So Fit for Life, guys, that is enough for today. Okay? It seems, oh, we only do a tiny little bit. Good. You only do a tiny little bit, and then you keep improving on that tiny little bit. You don't do 2 tons of weight all at once and wonder why it hurts like hell for a week. Okay, forget that. Lose that no pain, no gain bullshit. I don't tolerate it. It's not for us. This is Fit for Life. It is a gentle and expanding process where we respect our bodies and the restrictions that have been put on it by health restrictions or lifestyle or whatever, okay? Okay, fit to play, push-pull squat. So what we want to do is we want to look at those 3 primary functional movements, and we want to put some load through them. So the first thing we're going to do is minimal load, which is body weight, or even if you wanted to go so far, we could go all the way back. Okay, so if you have a knee injury, you probably don't want to be doing full level squats just yet. So you sit your butt down on a chair and you stand up. You sit down and stand up. Okay? Now, if you do not have a knee injury, lose the chair. Sit down, chin up now. Don't droop to here, right? Lift this up nice and high and come back up. Okay, so nice and slow down. Now pause at the bottom. So where's the bottom? Well, for now, I want the hip crease below the level of the top of the knee. So this is no good to me. Got to be down here. You can't see that. Camera angle isn't great, but hip crease below the level of the top of the knee, then come back up. Okay? Shaking your legs out for a second. So nice and slow. Down, pause, and drive. So we're going to go slow down, inhaling, fast up, exhaling. Okay? Don't try and go full speed when you're at the bottom. So when I'm fully extended on a joint, I don't want to put maximal power into it. That's how we can pick things and pull things. So nice and slow down, pause. Now we're going to start coming up and then we accelerate as we go. Okay? So slowly down, pause, up, slowly down, pause, up, slowly down, pause, up, slow down, pause, and up. So squat, next one push, go down to the floor, knees on the floor initially. I just don't want to kink at the hips. So I want to keep this here. They're not here, here. Don't let the hips kink, all right? So keep the knee, your hip, and your shoulder in a line. Go nice and easy. Down for push. And up. Inhale all the way down. Nice and deep now. Push. Up. Blow up. Okay, take a break there for just a second. Don't worry, we'll do more. I don't want to be here on my push-ups. I want to be here. So you want like an arrowhead shape. So this is not great for the wrists or the shoulders. Here, okay? Don't have your arms there. Have them down here, okay? Can we do push-ups like that? Of course we can. There's a million things we can do, but you need to know the right way first, the way that's gentle on the system first, and then we can crank the shite out of it. Okay, you can break almost every rule in fitness if you're strong enough and flexible enough. All right, but you've got to get the basics right first. So let's hit that again now for our push. I'm in position. Again, if you need knees on the floor, that's absolutely fine. Slowly down, slow up. Now, we're going to slow this down. In doing so, it's going to increase the amount of time under tension. This is a very important phrase in resistance training. So we're going to keep the tension in the body. So I'm lowering my body. Tension is increasing in my arms and chest. And this could be quite a bit of tension now. In doing the exercise slower, you make it much harder for the muscles. And pause there. Or you get more time under tension, which is going to develop those muscles more. So we want to think of resistance training as trying to tear muscle fiber apart, and then it recovers during, you get strong in recovery with adequate nutrition and rest. And we want to think about how you tear the muscle apart. Well, as much tension as you can for as long as you can. If the tension is too much and the muscle can't take it, it transfers to the joints. That is an injury. We do not do that. We want to avoid that. So there's our squat. There's our push. Pull is next, and it's just occurred to me. I didn't get the prop that I need, which is the kettlebell. 2 seconds. Grab a kettlebell. Now, kettlebell. Do you need a kettlebell? For Fit for Life or for Fit to Play, I would recommend one. Let me rephrase that. For this course, you need a kettlebell. Okay. There are loads of ways to do this without, but we're going to do it with. So we're going to put my left foot in line with the kettlebell. My right foot's going to come back here into this lunge position. My left elbow is going to rest on my left knee. I'm going to grab the bell. I'm going to try and not bend my spine here. Keep my spine straight. I'm going to pull the bell through here and down. Now my fingers, my little finger is coming to my ribs here. I'm not rotating my body. My body's nice and still. And it's a pull and down. Pull and down. Keep it going. Beautiful. Same thing on the other side now. So now my right foot is in line with the bell, shoulder width apart. My left foot's way back. Okay, so I've got a lunge position. Right elbow is resting on my right knee. Left hand grabs the bell. Chin up. Pull. Middle finger to ribs. And down. 2. Keep it going now. One more and we're good. Okay. Squat, push, pull. These are our what I call the A segment of the functional movements. So 6 functional movements. We do 3 as our A segment and 3 as our B segment, which we will do on Wednesday. Let's do that again, shall we? Squats. Here we go. Slowly down. Pause. Get it under control. come back up. If you started off and you didn't like the way that it felt, adjust your foot position a little bit. Just do that, okay? Down, pause, up. Down, pause, up. Down, pause, up. Look up a little bit, don't look down. Down, pause, up. Down, pause, up. Down, pause, up. Beautiful. Keep going. Up. Down. Up. Up. Lovely. We can add the two ways to make that more intense. We add more weight, which I love personally. I like doing them with a big heavy barbell. Or we can add more time, do them slower. Okay? Either one of those works. We all have our own preferences. I do a bit of both, but whichever way you want. Okay, down onto the floor. Into push-up position. Knees on the floor is perfectly acceptable. If you can do 5 to 10 push-ups with your knees on the floor, I want you to try doing one without. But I want you to look at the range of motion. So I want you to go down nice and deep. I can touch the floor with my nose and chin here. I can't actually turn my head, I'm that close to it. But I'm not resting on it. And I drive up to lockout. Okay? Now, if you really want to test, you can keep the lockout and just... My elbows are not bending now. Okay? All right, so that's just... Excuse me. That's what we call our sort of scapula push-ups. Okay, I'm just working this action. So push-ups is your pectoral muscles, triceps in the front of your shoulder here. All right, so we just want to work on those areas. So I'm just locked arms, up and down a little bit. Now I'm going to go for full ones. Down, pause, blow up. Down, pause, blow up. Down, pause, blow up. Stepping up from there, getting your kettlebell again. Back for our pulls. So I'm going to go right side first, left foot in line with the bell, about shoulder width apart. Right foot back, left elbow rest on the knee. Catch the bell, chin up, little finger to ribs, arm straight. Little finger to ribs, arm straight. Keep going. Okay, switching to the other side. All right, same idea. Foot in line with the bell, other leg back, elbow to knee, grab the bell, chin up, pull, and lower. Keep it going. Beautiful. Okay, rest there for a second. Now, those muscles, if you haven't worked them for a while, they're going to be a little bit sore tomorrow. DOMS, delayed onset muscular soreness. The approach to tackle the DOMS, what we're going to do is we're going to stretch, okay? Rest, yeah? Lots of water, good nutrition, little bit of heat or a little bit of massage to the affected area, light stretching to the affected area the next day, and a little bit at the end here. And a little tiny bit of hair on the dog. So if I'm doing heavy barbell back squats, I'm going to be sore here, here, and here the next day, right? What I need to do is just very, very light, work those muscles just a little bit. All of those things do the same thing. They get blood flowing through the affected areas. The pain of DOMS is muscle fibers torn. We need to get blood going through with good nutrition in it that helps those muscle fibers regrow. And that's what we do. That is what resistance training is. You build back stronger. Yeah, that kintsugi idea in the Japanese concept of kintsugi, which is the repairing damaged areas with gold. And I love that. Okay, that's what exercise for health is. Okay, and we can look at it philosophically, psychologically, physically, whatever way you want to look at it. Right. Enough bollocks. Let's go. Squats. Here we go. Down, pause, up. Time to slow down, which makes it harder. Okay, a little bit more of a pause at the bottom now. Pause. Okay, now super slow. Super slow. Feel it kicking? Okay. Pause. Super slow. Okay, now 3 up moderate speed. Lovely. Push-ups. Hands to the floor. Feet back. Knees if you must. Hands if you can. Slow down. Up. Now we start to slow down, just like we do the squats. Re-regular speed. And coming up out of there. Kettlebell. Line with the left foot, shoulder width apart. Left elbow and left knee. Chin up. Grab the bell. Pull. We're going to start to slow it down. Slow it right down now. Slow pull. Down. Regular speed. Bell goes to the floor. Swap sides. So last time we did right arm, this time we did left arm. Do the opposite if you want, whatever, I don't care. As long as you do both. Shoulder width apart. And on bell, elbow on the knee. Pull. Okay, here we go. Slow right down now. And 3 regular. Beautiful. That, my friends, is us for today for Fit to Play. No, that's us. Have a great one, guys. Talk to you tomorrow. Message the group.